We're very close to the family and have been very involved in representation for our community. So I'd like to invite you to say a few words.
Good afternoon. My name is Zaman, also known as International Dancer Zaman, outside of International Dancer Zaman, also known as Sundari, the Indian goddess representing the LGBTQ community. And Auntie Rita, I'm still getting chills just saying her name. And she was one of those individuals who taught me the balance, the life lesson of balance. Being able to be cultured, being able to be in a community representing our community, our people, our Indo-Caribbean people, and showing how rich our culture is, not only here in Queens, but to New York City. She was a vibrant individual. She has taught so many youngsters the lesson of love, humility, and being humbled in our community. She will forever, forever be in our hearts. I know even tonight, the Shanti Bhawan family are hosting a virtual celebration for her. So please check that out if you are watching on Facebook as well and social media, with all of the beautiful talent that she has grown and she has embraced and instilled in all of us. The Shanti Bhawan family will forever, forever be in our hearts. And I know she have touched so many of their lives, even myself. She has always would say, masterful. And what a blessing that is to know that she's up there and she will forever continue to share all of our love and our respect that we have for her. To her family, this may not be closure. Once this individual is convicted, that will be closure for us. But it is the step in the right direction. It's in the step in the right direction to show the community that we will not stop. Violence in our community must come to an end. Discrimination must come to an end. Cars driving down the streets, racing, taking lives, our families, our brothers and our sisters, their lives matter. We all do. And we must hold them accountable. When we see injustice in our community, we must stand up. It is all of our rights to do that. And I cannot be more proud of our district attorney for continue this process. I know we have worked a lot while you were in Borough Hall. I've worked many times with Melinda Katz. And thank you for continuing the work that you do. Thank you for continue supporting Queens and doing the work that we elected her to do. And remember, November 2nd is voting. Go out and vote. Because we, Indo-Caribbeans, we vote. Richmond Hill, we vote. Liberty, Little Guyana, we just celebrated Little Guyana yesterday. Little Guyana, we vote. And we could not have done that. We could not have had an amazing DA in the system without us voting. So make sure you go and vote November 2nd.
Yeah, let's give her a round of
Thank you so much for bringing us all together. We appreciate this. And yes, as Ginny says, we will continue to follow this case. Thank you to all those individuals who have worked behind the scenes tirelessly, who have protested and to make sure that this does not become a cold case. And I am proud today that it's not a cold case anymore. And we have found this person. So thank you very much.
Thank you for your heartfelt words and your commitment to justice and activism in our community. We do have candles as the sun sets, and we begin our vigil near the site of this terrible tragedy. This is one step closer to justice for us with this arrest. And once again, I'd like to thank the NYPD for what they did here, for bringing us one step closer to justice after a painful 9 months. And we wish the DA and her entire team good luck as they continue prosecuting this case and taking us closer to complete justice. And I want to thank everyone here who shared their memories as well of Auntie Rita. We also have with us Joe Youssef, a great leader in our community, and I'd love for him to say a few words.
Thank you, Assemblywoman Rajkumar. First and foremost, I want to say thanks to the NYPD, to District Attorney Melinda Katz for a job well done, beyond well done. Just 2 days ago, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Erfanali, Dr. Barry Jagdeo, we were all in a meeting when Jenifer made the announcement of this arrest. And it was the forum that actually sent the message that right here in our community that we lost someone who was such a great part of the community, such a person that actually was involved in everything. And to know and to find out on that day when we were meeting with the president and the vice president, that Jenifer was able to tell everyone there that that person has been found and has been arrested. And on behalf of His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Erfanali, Vice President Jagdeo, and the government of Canada, I want to say thank you, Jenifer. Thank you, District Attorney Katz, for a job well done. Thank you, NYPD, and let's hope that justice is brought right now and this person will be convicted for the crimes that he has committed. And as my colleagues have said, it's not closure, a life was lost, but at least we could say that something was done to that person who took away such a person from our lives. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much. Well said. Al Baldeo, our great friend, is also here. Please come say a few words.
Thank you so very much. You know, I have traced the history of the relationship, which is most important here, between law enforcement and the immigrant community as a whole for 4 decades now. I had the honor and privilege of representing this community as its district leader, first elected district leader in 2004. So oftentimes, it's not often for the photo ops that I come here for, but also to keep the vision and the message alive that this is a two-way street. This is not only about the cops doing the work of civil responsibility and ensuring that public safety is guaranteed. This is also for you as new Americans and as immigrants to embrace the system and ensure that if you see something, you say something. It's a two-way street. You're not being isolated. I should say we are not being isolated from the system. I have seen its evolution to one that brings the progress and the fruits you have seen tonight, where we were very patient and we urged the district attorney, who's brought a new regimen of law and order in that office. And I've seen its evolution since D.A. Brown and others before, but you have really distinguished that office, and I thank you very much. D.A. Katz, please come forward, because we need to understand that this is the person who is in charge of all law enforcement. And we should never forget that, because in her responsibility lies the safety of this community, as long as you understand her job and you cooperate with her and other law enforcement. When, you know, things don't always go great, so whenever there's any kind of animosity or any kind of friction, we as community leaders will be able to sort it out. So that is one of the great things that as this community has seen happen, and I've seen that evolve over 4 decades. And we need to build on that. We need to build in community partnerships. I want to call more. I see my friend Sam Esposito here. Sam is part and head of a COP, that's a civilian patrol unit. We need more civilian patrol units in this area, so that therefore we can have the presence of police and paramilitary police here that can help us. And not only those who do not really care whether we have law and order or whether we have stability. And that is most important. So I came here as a former district leader and one who's been very active in the community and will continue to be. That's what in there for me, to ensure that you are safe and that you have a better life. And that